Shalom everyone. So those of you who've already watched my video, a couple of my videos that I've done that I deleted because I know you guys watch them. I can see you on my phone whether I upload them or not. And I just asked a question to the Creator about who you guys think that I am, and this is amazing what came up, and you guys think I'm an Elohim, which the word Elohim means a god, a goddess, or angels in the Hebrew. The Elohim can be found in the first chapter of Genesis, which record the first 7 days of creation. So if you guys think I'm an Elohim, I'm not an angel. I'm a goddess, because Elohim means either or. God, goddess, or angel. So is that why you have me in number 3? Because you think I'm all 3? Or I just said on the last video that I made that the E can represent the elect, because I have my father's name on my forehead. That actually totals to 19, but it also totals to 20. So it can either total to 19 or it can total the number 20, because the 1 here is also the A, but the 1 is also connected to make that R right there. And then I got the Y, and then I have a T across it as well. But that's 19, but if you take the R, which is also connected to the A, you can get an A and then an R and another A out of it. Ra. And I already went over that in my videos. All I know is that I am a daughter of the great King of the creation. I guess in the New Testament records about when the Son of Man returns. But what if I was the Son of God and the Son of Man that's on the inside of me? What does that mean? It means the elect, which we read in the scripture. Hold on just a second. Okay, well, I want to do a reading. Just a second. I want to do a reading. Those of you who did not view or get to listen to what I was saying on those videos that I recorded, for those who I know is on my phone listening to me, whether I upload them or not, I was telling of how I had gotten a ticket today, and I know that that was a setup, because somebody in my apartment complex had stated the other day that they had noticed that I had done something to my license plate. And I had told that person that, I wanted a police officer to pull me over. I was getting really cocky in our conversation and stuff, because I'm just over it, everything that's happened to me. And anyway, the person was telling me, well, that's just a sure way to get put in a box, the B-ox and all that stuff, because I'm not stupid. I know what all that stuff means, guys. And I know you know that I know that. And, there's no way that I could know any of it had not the Creator revealed it to me. That's why, when the Creator told me that He was sending me into the wild, or the wilderness, the wild, wild west. We live in the west, right, in America. There's so much. There's so much that I haven't even revealed to you guys, because I'm only allowed to reveal what the Creator tells me to reveal. Anyway. But anyway, I was talking on that video about how I got pulled over, and there's a lot of stuff on that ticket that, my driver's license has a lot of 11 on it, or the number 1 on it, or the 3 is the 1. Gods, goddesses, angels as well. for the word Elohim, if that's what you guys think I am. I'm a daughter. Not a Nephilim, not a Canaanite, but a daughter of the great King of Glory. And, but anyway, it's funny because the officer's badge number is 22. And, you know, 22 is a master number, and 11 is a master number as well. And I'm not trying to call myself a master, but the Creator has put those numbers on me, and they just happen to mean that. It's funny because the building number that I live in will equal to 19, which is a 1, which is the A, or the A1 sauce, but I'm not an animal. I'm a goddess. I'm not an angel, but I am a goddess, and by right I am. We serve, and over I've said this, I serve. If you have any kind of connection with the Creator of everything, you will understand that He likes to hide things, and I'm all for things that are hidden, because I've gotten on this channel before and talked about, I guess it was last year when I was doing cards and stuff, talked about how we find treasures in hidden places in the darkness. And I talked about how the Creator, when I was fasting, I did like a 40-day fast, and I turned around and did a 3-day fast, no food, no water for 3 days. And anyway, during that time of fasting, that was back in 2011. Amazing. But anyway, I had seen that vision the Creator gave me about the black velvet bag that He began to pour out some rubies, and then He put them all back into the bag, and then I was sad when I seen Him go back in the bag, and all of a sudden He dumped them all out, and that was all that vision was about. That He likes to hide things, and that was in that vision. When I was having that vision, it was pitch black, like literally pitch black, and then all of a sudden His hand took that black velvet bag and began to pour all those rubies out. And I know there's a lot to that, but anyway, we serve a Creator, or the Creator hides things, and I'm all for that. But He hides some things. He hides them for us to find out, and sometimes He hides them so that He can reveal, so that we can be in awe of who He is. And that's why a lot of people, I think, have been so confused. I don't like to use that word confused, but of who I am, because you can find both within me. But that's what the elect is. So the E, whatever you think the E is, to me, it's the elect. The E is so many things. Elohim, it can be the elite, it can be so much. And I've over and over gotten on this channel and have talked about, for such a time as this, or the hour that we're living in, why I'm here and why I'm in the wilderness on purpose. It's funny because the year that I was born, which is 70, which in the Chinese calendar is the dog, right? Or God, if you read it the other direction, which is funny because I'm either that or I'm dealing with that. But the funny thing is I'm both. I'm both. On purpose, because I'm a new creation. That's what being born again makes you, a new creation. Son of God, son of man. But it's not Nephilim. It's the literal Creator making the two one, which is also three. It's pretty deep. That's why I said the other day, well, I won't go into it. Let's just go ahead and just get into, and I said on that other video for everybody, I'm not an emotional wreck. I've been on this roller coaster ride because of everything that everybody's put me under, but like I said on that last video that I deleted, that I share what the Creator tells me to share, but I'm being transparent transparent for a reason. I totally have my mind. I totally know what I'm saying. I'm totally sane. I'm not crazy. But the Creator is using me as an example. If we're teaching, because that's what my sign is about, teaching. Because He's trying to bring people up to a higher place. A higher place than what they've ever been before. To be a new creation. Because we're in this hour where things are changing. All things are becoming brand new. And those who can't change, they're not a part of it. They never were a part of it. They never were written in the book to be a part of it. That's why they can't change. They can't get a hold of themselves because they're not part of it. They're not part they're part of that demonic group that we need to take their head off. Like literally. Spiritually first. Because then everything happens in the natural only because it happened in the spiritual. Because it didn't get stopped in this higher place in the spiritual, because if nobody deals with it in the spiritual, then it will manifest in the natural. Anyway, it's really deep, but let's go ahead and I want to pull some cards here. And I made a new card deck up this morning as well. Excuse me a second. I just realized I have stuff underneath I've been crying. You guys make me cry a lot. Or the situation makes me cry. Those who are wicked, it grieves me but again, this is the transition. It's transition time. And so in every transition, it's like the seasons. When it's time for a new season to change, you got some days it's still lingering from the last season that we're trying to transition out of. So, from winter to summer, or from winter to spring, you still have cold days, and then you got really nice days, and we're in this transition right now. And it's tough. But I'm going to go ahead and take a look here. I don't want to die. And I know people want me to, and I don't get that. It's like I said before, I didn't even know that I had any enemies. And even though I know I do, apparently, because I talked about how when I walked out my door this afternoon to go to the grocery store, there was a cigarette butt right in front of my door. I had a conversation with a person the other day that talked about my driver's license, or my license plate, for, be careful and watch your back and all that kind of stuff. Apparently, I know that today was a setup. I know that it was. And I had a candle burning when I left. And it's funny, the Creator will always reveal things before they happen, or give us a little bit of something before it happens. But before I walked out my door, I noticed that candle, and I thought to myself, should I blow it out? And I was like, nah, I'll just leave it, because it smells really good. And when I got home, that candle was burnt out. Somebody was in my house. When I was at the grocery store, I noticed that my windshield had little scratches on it. And here's another thing. I couldn't find my insurance card. I found an insurance card, but it wasn't a recent card. But I know that I did have a recent copy of my cards in my car. That was gone. I couldn't even find it. So somebody's been in my car, and I've gotten on this channel before and have recorded that people have been in my vehicle. So I know it was a setup. They watched me. They knew that I was going to be leaving eventually and wanted to get me on this road and whatever. I'm not afraid of y'all. You can hate me if you want. Obviously, there's some people that they can't change because their demonic entities got hold of them so hard. They're just pride and ego, and that disgusting behavior is just part of who they are. Anyway, let's see what comes out. We've got the Three of Wands here coming out, which is looking ahead. It's about expansion. It's fire, rapid growth, planning, traveling, progress, foresight, looking at things. We also got the Eight of Swords, which talks about people being in their head and feeling a feeling of entrapment, self-victimization, and being in your head and being depressed. And that sounds like what I'm going through, but the stuff that I'm going through is real. I'm not in my head. This stuff is real, what's happening. People are trying to put me in a place of depression, and even though I fight that, I'm positive. I still have my mind. I still can find hope on the inside of me, no matter how much they try to kick me down. I choose to still smile, even though I'm sad. But there's could be dealing with an Aquarius that's in their head, because we do have the number 11 that came out here. Somebody trying to look ahead, and the air and fire, and air will fuel the fire. Let's see what else comes out here. What else needs to come out? I think I'm dealing, because this says self-victimization, I think I'm dealing with somebody who's going through this. Because I said before, I heard the Spirit say that I'm dealing with jealousy issues here. And there are other people, because somebody was in my house today. And over and over I've talked about how people are hunting and chasing and stuff. And that's number 18 in the Hebrew. That's the moon card. And the moon card is connected to all three of the water signs. And it can represent confusion and illusion. And a lot of people have tried to put me in an illusion, to try to make me believe that, oh, this is just an illusion. And it's absolutely not an illusion. They're trying to cover themselves, because the moon also represents deception. And because they don't want to face things that they know they've done, they'd rather put the other person in that place, because they themselves are. So we have the Queen of Pentacles coming out here. Being practical, comforting, someone who's a good planner, being stable, caring, having financial security, being very grounded. And we have the Justice card coming out here as well. And I dealt with the law today. And this is having clarity and truth. And I've got to go to court now, because somebody set me up. It's also spiritual law that we're dealing with in Sagittarius energy is spiritual. It's about the higher mind. Getting to a place of learning in a very spiritual sense, understanding and being practical from that spiritual place. So we got Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius coming out here. Libra real strong with the Justice card, and this is the heavens. It's a High Arcana card, cause and effect and things of that nature. Having that clarity of mind, balancing these scales. Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo energy coming out here. Take one more card. And then we'll look, I guess we're getting two. We have the Judgment card coming out as well, the number 20. Reflecting, having an awakening, a resurrection, second chances. And then the Two of Swords, making decisions. Difficult choices. Balancing again. The Justice card's also about balancing. So we've got two cards out here about balancing. Also talks about conflict and finding a revolution and having peace of mind, partnership, and things of that nature. The bottom of the deck is the Sun card itself, which is the number 19. Having a revolution. It also deals with children. That's the card of Leo. Actually, the Sun just rules over Leo, but the Sun goes in every single sign. The Sun talks about the heart, and I've talked many times on this channel about the higher heart. And anyway, it's about happiness and forward movement, and having enlightenment and vitality. And it's funny because I just was talking about this word can either be 19 or it can be 20. Amazing. Anyway, I want to take some of these cards that I made today and see what comes out here. Sun card is also the yes card. So if anybody had a question about anything, the answer is yes. The sun also represents joy. It's also the noose if you read it the other way. Let's see what comes out here. What do you want to bring forth, Spirit? These cards are pretty big. So we have reconciliation and restoration, which is beautiful because we need that. We need that. And then the bottom of the deck is I won't hide anymore. Beautiful. Because the sun is about everything expanding and being seen. It represents the morning time. You know, sun coming up and we're able to see where we are in the daytime. Nothing's hidden in the dark, like the moon being deceptive, and you got a little bit of light with the moon, but this is about so beautiful. So this Eight of Swords, being entrapped and being victimized and being in your head and feeling depressed and stuff. Reconciliation, coming together and not hiding things anymore. Beautiful. Let's do that. Let's do that. Those of you who are able to do that. I know that there's a group of people that won't ever be able to do that because they're cursed. For eternity, they're cursed. And those are the demons that have no hope. Those are the ones who their fate is already, it's already been determined for them. The judgment's here. Justice is here. And I'm pleading for justice. Spiritual justice to play out in this natural realm. That the sun would shine. That the noosing would stop for those who are not ignorant. Because I'm not ignorant. Scripture says my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. And I have knowledge. I am the elect. I am the two that are one. Or the 11. Or the 19. Or the 20. They're both here. The A and the T is here. The Ra is here. The Ray is here. The Rate is here. The Mirror is here. All of it's here. Release my family to come back to me. You know, the thing about being in the den is that the den was a wall of protection in the account that we read about. You can call me whatever you want, but I'm calling forth protection because I am protected because the Creator said that I was. Yet I'm not running, and I believe that I will live to be a ripe old age. But if somebody tries to come and take that from me, then my bloodshed will be a curse to you for eternity. Let it be and serve as a curse upon you for eternity, that you never find rest, ever. Because I've not done anything to you. And if I have, over and over I've said, come to me, and you chose not to. So whatever happens to me, it will be a curse upon you, the one who tries to violate the daughter of the great King of Glory. You can do whatever you want. I'm not going to run from you. But let it be established, decreed, and declared that anyone who does come to try to take my life, and if you do accomplish it, the consequences are great against the one who does it. Anyway. Alright, well, this is what I have. This is what come forth. And the Creator wants reconciliation and restoration. Things that have been stolen from me, wants it to be restored. Things that tricksters have come and done to me. Tricksters. Trick. They tricked me on purpose. That's going to be restored. It's going to be fixed. Wow, I just split this and it says you're protected. Beautiful. Because that's exactly what the Creator told me, that I was protected. And I believe the Creator. Alright guys, that's what I have. Shalom until next time.